that one again?
Yeah,
Great.
sure, because I felt like was I looking in the right direction?
perfect, yeah,
Andy,
that's great,
yeah,
yeah.
okay. I wasn't sure whether to
Yeah.
look at the camera or not.
That's perfect.
So do you want me to do the second one again?
Yes, please.
Yeah. What is your occupation?
Sorry, can I go from the top again?
Oh, sorry, start from the top, yeah. What is your name?
My name is Joyce Kay.
And what is your occupation?
I'm a community link worker for Church Action on Poverty, and I work in community development, mainly in Salford. Also, I'm a co-director of a social enterprise called Community Pride, and we also do community development work in Salford.
Who do you represent?
I represent grassroots people, and that can be a wide variety of people. It can be people from a particular estate in Salford, but it can also be groups of people such as homeless people, ex-offenders, it can be people with disabilities, it can be just a group of people that have a need that we are trying to help them with, to try and help them to find their own solution to their issues.
What brought you to the role?
Sorry, can I just ask, I'm sorry, can I ask, is it my own role or the IAG role?
Well, the IAG.
The IAG role,
yeah.
Okay.
Can we do it again, that?
Yeah, sorry about that.
What brought you to the role?
Okay. What brought me to the role was, it was my predecessor at Church Action on Poverty. She was doing the role, and I got invited to the role as she retired.
Sorry,
Okay.
can I just...
Yeah.
Can you
I'm
put the picture
whistling,
down?
aren't
This
I?
is
Yeah.
paper.
Is it okay?
I know that mic's dead sensitive. I'll pick it up. So could you just have that one again?
Yeah. I'll reword that. I'll put what brought you to the
Yeah,
IAG role.
yeah.
What brought you to the IAG role?
I was invited to join the IAG when I was with Church Action on Poverty, because my predecessor was already on the IAG, so I basically took over the role from her.
What can you offer the local community?
I can offer the local community I can be a link between the local community and people who make the decisions that affect them. I think that people in the community tend to have a lot of good ideas. Grassroots people have a lot of good ideas. They're living the issues, and quite often decisions are made about their lives by people in authority, such as the council, etc. And we provide a link enabling those people to have a voice, have a seat at the table, and we sort of provide opportunity to work at their issues and work at solutions to their issues.
How does your role with the IAG help police?
I think my role with the IAG can help because sometimes there are pieces of work that we do that are helpful to the police. For example, we recently produced something with a group of people on Salford Poverty Truth Commission that was a street guide for homeless people, and when I showed it to the IAG, people were interested because it had a lot of information that generally the police would find useful. Another thing is that we worked with ex-offenders a couple of years ago, and we produced a booklet written by ex-offenders, and it was aimed at people coming out of prison and how they saw ways of not getting into trouble again, not reoffending. So we some of our things we produce with the groups are helpful to police. Also, I think sometimes I can be a link to something that might be going on in the community. At meetings, I can mention that something is going on, and that can be helpful. So hopefully that I am of use somehow.
Yeah, you are. Do you encounter any barriers or issues regarding your work?
I think with my work, a lot of the barriers and issues are for the people who we're working with. So funding, for a start, is a barrier. We have to get funding for the projects we're working on so that we can provide bus fares and maybe refreshments and maybe childcare, so we can enable people to take part in our projects. An example of that is just recently we've been working with some families, and they have each got like at least six children. So we've provided some childcare to enable the parents to have some time out to just sit and talk about what's going on, and come to some sort of solutions and way forward that can help them and their neighbours on the estate. So that's been really good.
What can you tell people that may surprise them about you?
One thing that might surprise people is that I went to work in India to find out how women in India form self-help groups to help the local community, and that was really useful because you feel that if this can happen in India, then I'm sure it can happen in the UK. So we went in areas of extreme poverty, we went in the slums of Mumbai, and also we went to very rural places in the middle of nowhere, and saw how people work together by saving small amounts, just a few, like 50p equivalent per week, and use that money to collectively start an enterprise or do something for the community. So that was really useful. So I think people who know me, who know that I don't like travel, would be really surprised to know that I've been to India. So that's just one thing.
Yeah. Is there any other comments you'd like to make about the IAG or anything in general?
What I really value about the IAG is the other members, as well as obviously meeting the police and getting to know the police officers, but also the other members in the IAG